All right, baby, Dino is back. And we're gonna try to get this damn 30 horse straightened out once and for all. So last time he was here, the cable was stretched out. He got a new cable. And what happened? Bring us up to date. You got the new cable, and what happened then?
I put the new cable on, and I adjusted the linkage, and I took it out to the lake, and I probably ran it for first of all, it's hard to start, got it started, ran it on the lake for 2 minutes, and then when I put it to idle, it would slowly but surely just die out, and it started sputtering real hard, which it's never done before like that, and it died. It wouldn't turn back on.
So it basically wasn't a cable thing, but it was, because everything was readjusted and you're trying to adjust it and the carb kept dying out and blah blah blah. So then the needle, what happened with the needle?
So the plastic, I was putting the needle back in, and with the plastic retainer, and it was hard to screw by hand, so I put a pair of vice grips on it, and I guess I wasn't paying attention, because when I got to the end, the tension changed a little bit, but I went too far, and then I broke and cracked the needle.
So I got another needle. It seems to be fitting. But what we're also going to do is pull this flywheel off once and for all and see what's going on. We've got that screamy noise this thing wants to make, and trying to figure out where in the hell it's coming from. Bang, baby.
Come right on? Oh yeah, beautiful.
So, any rubbing looking marks in there?
Yeah.
Well, there are rub marks on the magnets, but everything looks fine, basically. Yeah, they're fine.
You can see where this hits. I mean, you can still see the marks.
Yeah, that has to be from previous. Somebody had it on their phone previously.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, you can't see anything that's really causing that noise, which is intermittent.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like something sounds like metal on metal.
But you say when it starts, it's not supposed to sound like that.
No. Now, it might be that starter, but it also doesn't when it's running, right? I haven't heard it do when it's running, just when you're starting it.
I can't tell if they're the same noise, though,
All right. Perfect.
It started to die out. You didn't hear it? It started lower and lower. It didn't sound good.
Well, it hasn't been adjusted. Prime it.
I was there.
Pump your primer bulb. See if it's firm.
We're going to have to deal with it. That's not the hardest thing in the world.
You should put that thing in the fast start position. Seriously.
Which is what?
Which is just past this. Wet, that. A little bit, okay, right around there. Now it has to warm up. It's in fast start, which is it's barely even in fast start. That's what this thing needs. You can't just keep cranking it cold. That's why they have fast start levels on most of your controls. even that. It's not, oh, it's vibrating itself all the way back down. Let me see if I can find a screw to put in there. And we'll make our own neutral stop switch.
What does it do?
Or not neutral stop, but, you know, idle stop. It stops the plate from going all the way down to the end. That's why it was dying. It just... It needs that warm-up period. I'm telling you, brother. All right, I put a idle stop screw in there in the linkage, so the idle won't go all the way back down on the cam. And we go fire it up again. Tell you, all that noise is coming from that starter. While this is running, this is still spinning.
What?
It's going real slow.
And then it jumps up and hits.
I don't know if it's jumping up or what it's doing, but I don't know if it's just vibration or, I mean, it's going around real slow. That's where all that noise is coming from. Let me adjust this thing again. That's where it's coming from up there. All right, so did a little adjustment, got the bucket. Let's fire it up again. See, the carb's it's not idling by itself. When it goes down past the marks, because at the marks the butterfly's slightly open, as soon as I bring it back down past the marks,
It dies.
it starts to die. How come it keeps fucking changing every time you do it? See where it's ending up? It's in between the two marks. Now if I put it I mean, if it was running, it would vibrate itself down. Watch. See how that little bit?
play.
You got to do the cable. The stop. There's that little bit of play.
So should I be tightening the cable?
Yeah, tighten her up. Hold it, keep on.
I did the water pump. Okay, good job.
Thermostat?
We're in Florida, baby. Well, she ain't a happy camper. That starters. That's what's making the noise. Oh, cool.
Logging down. Yeah. My ears are ringing. It's fired up again. I think we got things figured out here, what's been going on. We got rain, thunder happening right now too. Got a leak. We haven't really even adjusted the carb. It's still at 1.5 turns out. Let me rev it up. Better that sound? It doesn't go pit, 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 pit. When I hear that, I'm like, that's timing.
But a lot of two-stroke sound like that. I thought that was normal.
Alright, let's put it in gear. See, now it tunes down. Sounds good.
That's a good speed.
That starter's screwed up. That's what's making all the screaming noises. You can see the Bendix up there, it's slowly turning by itself, I guess from vibration. Front motor mount is getting bad, but it's all tied up with the steering and everything, so it's not too bad. All right, let me see if I can explain this real quick as to what happened with Dino's motor. When I first met him, looked at his motor, the roller was set way up here, carb closed. So all he had was this little bit on the roller until it started to open up towards wide open throttle. And he'd come back down and it would stop, which is really right around fast start position. And I said, man, that's not right. The thing needs to be set for low speed, slow speed timing. Needs to be set between the two cams. You're missing all of that throttle. So long story short, he got the new cable and everything and tried to set everything up. Still didn't want to run. So he brings it over here. Tons of slack in the cable. Got all the play, the slop, the slack out of everything. I made a little idle stop screw for it. And still, again, did not want to run down at the marks. Once you rolled past the marks, she wanted to run. I'm like, something don't sound right here. So every time I'd rev it up, bring it back down, rev it up, bring it back down, we get right past the cam, didn't want to run. Bring it back up past the cam a little bit, ran like a champ. So through everything that we went through on it, I said, man, this thing needs the black cam. And I checked the part number. Sure enough, it was the same part number as the black cam. Although the black cam does come in white, just seems like more towards the 90s, everything started turning black. But I did see a couple of them, same part number on the white. Plus, the white cam is also used. This part number is also used on 25 horse outboards. Just depends on which one you got. So a little detective work, everything was beat up under the hood or under the flywheel. Everything was rubbed and everything. So we don't even know if that was the match for that motor. It could have been a different cam. Somebody could have replaced the whole damn plate. Thinking about it, whoever had this motor knew that this thing did not want to run down there. That's why they had the damn thing set in the middle when he first got it. And he never had a problem with it. We set it back up, not as far as he had it when he first got it. And everything seemed fine. And the same thing on my 1990 30 horse short shaft tiller. I love that motor. And I got that thing to start. Didn't start when I got it. Paid $300 for it, but I had to have it. You just don't see short shaft 30 horse tillers in this town very often. They're all long shafts, you know, remotes, 30, 35s. I fooled around with the damn thing, did the exact same thing, and moved the roller back to match where the timing should be, and I screwed everything up. Friggin' thing didn't want to run. And I had done so much other stuff over a few days. I'm like, what the hell did I do to my motor? Now it doesn't want to run. The thing was, a 6-year-old could start. It was so tuned, so nice. So come to find out, somebody said there was a service bulletin on that motor, and you got to set the roller 1/4 to 1/2 inch past the marks. And I'm like, oh, that's where it was when I got it. Didn't think that would, you know, was right. So reset the roller up 1/4 inch past the marks. Boom, thing ran like a champ again. So that's what took care of the problem on his motor. Same thing. That's where this thing wanted to run. So that's where I left it. Still needs to be dialed in, needs to be put in the water, the whole 9 yards. Every time he comes over here, we get run out by the lightning and the rain. So that's what happened. It turned out to be more of a timing thing than anything. And like I said, whoever had that motor before him already knew. They had that cam set up way up there, like on fast start position. Butterfly was closed, and that's where it ran. He would, you know, never got used to using the fast start lever. And he has the same type of control that I got from Erica, her old control. You push the button down, you got neutral for your fast start. He never got used to it, because what he would do is just back the boat in at the ramp, fire it up. By the time he parked the truck and walked back, the thing was halfway warmed up, and he never bothered with the fast start lever. So that's where it ended up, almost back where it was when he got it. So I don't know if it's the wrong cam or what parts got swapped, this and that and the other, but that's the only place that thing wants to run. Weird, wild, wacky stuff. She still needs, you know, a little tweaking, but the lightning and thunder is gonna run us out of here. But she sounds pretty good. I like my motors idle a little fast. And that could be taken down with the carb, open the carb up a little bit. And then also too, when you get it on the water, you should adjust it for idle speed. You know, give it a little, it shouldn't take much, but it is a little bit quick.
You know the channel. Oh yeah, baby.